Well, hello, everyone. I'm going live. Just thought I would try this new feature and let's see what happens. So let's just go live for maybe 10, 15 minutes. And if anyone has any questions, just ask me. I'm right here. Hopefully this is all working. Oi, it seems to be working. Hey, it seems to be working. We got Drakeo1. We got Conan68. G'day. Hello. So, hey guys, how are you? All right. Hey guys, let's see how this works. Hey guys, how are you? Hey. Hey, yeah, some familiar names there. Okay, cool. G'day. Hey. Hi. Yeah. So I'll do this for maybe 10 minutes or so to see how it works. And then I gotta go. Gotta take off. So, yeah. G'day. So g'day to all you guys, to Vincent Theo, to Sergeant Pallygirl. Hey, g'day. Stephen Harrison, g'day. Michael Costa, hi. Jay Law. Did you do a video on our nation's true history? I don't know our true history. It's a bit of a mystery. Hey, hey, ancient history criticisms. G'day, Mr. Kim. Thanks so much. JP, hey, hi. Tina Schmidt. Morning, guten Morgen. Yeah. So guys, ask away, ask a question, let's talk about something. Let's go for it. Let's talk about anything, any ideas? So Vincent Theo's raised something interesting. Negative blood group mystery in ancient cultures. Oh, thanks. Yeah. And thanks, Fred. Yeah. Okay. So basically, the negative blood, I don't have a clue. Some people say this is aliens or something. I don't know. I don't have a clue about this stuff. Some people say the negative people are more psychic. They're more likely to be star children or astral children, which means that they have a twin somewhere else on the planet. Something else weird going on with that. Not quite sure. So hello, Jose Manuel. Yeah. Okay. So you're trying to fix a cuckoo clock. Good on you. Yeah. I mean, are you in Switzerland? Are you in the Black Forest or something? Eh? Geopolymer, eh? Yeah, geopolymer. Look, it's geopolymer is looking very good. I mean, we need geopolymer. Why else can't we fit a piece of paper between blocks? This is the argument that Robert Temple advocated. It's the reason we need geopolymer. I think it's important. It's kind of necessary to explain so many things. And some people say, hey, geopolymer might not be the one. How did ancient people crush up all this rock? Maybe they only did it around the joints and for a facade, for on the surface, like I said in that video ages back, it's all rendered, it's all rendered and done that way. Yeah. Okay, let's catch up with these questions. Yeah. So everyone can hear me okay, yeah? That's all good? You can hear me? You can hear me? Hey, you can hear me? Proto-Indo-Europeans, origins of Sumerians. Sumerians are just Huns. They're just Hungarian. The ancestors of the Hungarians are Sumerians, and there were lots of redheads there. They were living in southern Russia. They went down and they founded states in Iraq, basically. Drakey says Logos. Yeah, Sergeant Schill. Did you have an opportunity to watch that link? Sorry, I can't remember. GP, do you think the Rickhat structure was the original Atlantis? No. No. It's... no way. I think the original Atlantis, okay, it's not so popular among some people. I think it was probably UK. And if you want a structure, you can look at that fortress, that huge fortress near Stonehenge called Old Sarum, which is the oldest, happens to be the oldest town in England, happens to look like Atlantis. Bit of a coincidence, hey. So there you go. Tartaria mud flood. I do not believe in Tartaria. I'll have to tell you why. The people advocating the Tartaria, you look at there are three flags presented in an old atlas. So you have a flag with a yellow dragon. That's the Chinese flag of the 19th century. Then you have another flag with a yellow dragon, a variant, which is Cochin China, which is Vietnam. Then you have another flag with the yellow dragon, which is basically the other side of China, which is the more Central Asia part. And that's Tartaria. So it's geographically in the wrong position. Maybe you can call it the 19th century civilization, the steampunk era instead. Tartaria, I don't think it's a very good word to describe that, you know. Excellent, you can hear me. Hey, if you didn't hear me, that wouldn't be good. Yeah, let's see if we can catch up. Recap structure. Yeah. Okay. So ancient history criticism says Old Sarum very mysterious. It is indeed. Drakey says City of London. Oh, that was Roman London. But the funny thing is that was abandoned for 100 years. Do you know that was abandoned? It was a ghost town. And after the Romans left and when the Saxons arrived, they actually built a city nearby, but they didn't occupy the Roman ruins for some mysterious reason. Were there ghosts? Were there vampires? What's going on with that? London, the city was abandoned, and there was a nearby Saxon town. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they were superstitious. Could you comment on the Great Serpent Mound in Ohio? I made a video on that, guys. Basically, what I said was the Serpent Mound, it could be used for initiate. So it's all pointing to the moon. It's the same thing. Serpent, moon, sacred female, sacred snake. It's all the same thing. All the same concept, same religion, sacred mother. It's like Avebury. And there would have been more of these in Ireland. They got rid of them. Jay Lord says, which was the first built civilization in Australia? Do you think Robert E. Howard was more of a historian than fantasy writer? I must admit, I don't think I've had the pleasure of reading him. Oh dear, don't know. Sorry. So Stephen Harrison says, have you looked into the micronova of the sun as a cause of world flood? Certainly not. I don't know anything about that. Mimi says, hello. What are your thoughts on the Mars face? Oh man, do you remember when we were at? If you grew up in the 90s, you're in high school, and I remember coming home in 1997 to check the new features and being so disappointed that there was no proper face there. Like, oh my god, like, oh yeah, that was a major disappointment. Unfortunately, it doesn't. I don't think. I really. Some people are still saying it could be a face. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But that was disappointing. You know, in 1997, that really knocked the wind out of the sails on that one. Neptune's Lagoon says, "Tell me about Robin Hood." Robin Hood, yeah, I think he was a historical person. I did a PhD on that, but I won't say too much because I do have to write a paper about it. And so Obey Utopia. Project with completion date 2025. What do you think they might finish sooner? I haven't heard of that. Is that the Seed Vault or something? I don't know what that is. Gerald Wagster, hey, he says, have you watched any of the Diebold stuff? Don't know what that is. Sorry. Bobby Jones, do you think the ancient people could melt rock? Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. Unfortunately, it looks like it. Unfortunately for us, because it's going to be hard for us to explain this. It's hard for us to explain this stuff, but we kind of need that geopolymer to explain so many of the things. Those little cracks, you know. How do you not fit a paper between some of those joints? That's crazy. That means it's been plastered over, for want of a better word, don't you reckon? I mean, hey. Yeah. Okay, Ed. Hello, Jennifer. Tina Schmidt says, where am I? Oh dear. Comments are going too damn fast. Why do people make pyramids? Oh, I think tombs for Vulcan, basically tombs for Vulcan. That's what they were. If you look at the Khufu's god, it was if he built it or if he changed it, it's a devil-like Vulcan type creator god. And they want the god near them, so they build the biggest pyramid possible, bigger than the other cultures they're competing with. I think that's the answer. But hey, who knows, guys? Who knows? What do you think was Antarctica? I don't know. I don't like the Atlantis theory for that because there are better places to put your civilization, honestly, than Antarctica. You know. No, I haven't seen Diebold Foundation. Sergeant Shield says, I was referring to the link concerning the Great Pyramid, the one that includes design from the red. Oh, sorry, I can't remember that one. Dave Hanrahan says, what's your thoughts on most ancient cities being built on 7 mountains? Oh, really? Oh, well, it's the same in Ireland. They have cities with 7 churches. So there are lots of ancient cities which are just ruins. No one living there. And they're called 7 churches. And if you actually go there and you count the churches, there's more than 7. There's actually more ruins than 7, which is just absolutely strange. Morning, Roadrunner. Yeah. Haven't heard of that, Zorb. BZ, he says, have you heard of the Adam and Eve story by Thomas Chan? No. Out of Australia theory? Maybe. Hi, Bob Jones. Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. Okay. Is white skin in modern humans a Neanderthal genetic trait? Probably from the, yeah. Well, it's hard to say. I'm not a geneticist. Why are you asking me this question? I don't know. But certainly red hair is from Asia. Red hair, those redhead monkeys are from Asia, which is quite interesting. And but I don't think there was any aquatic ape, as they suggest. I think that's just bird DNA. We've adopted bird DNA. We stand on 2 legs like birds. I noticed today birds have webbing on their feet. I mean, some humans have webbing apparently between their fingers. Oh, look at that. Who knows? Who knows, guys? I mean, there's so much ancient history. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Genghis Khan, did he have red hair? I don't know, but lots of southern Russians had red hair. That's for sure in ancient times. Cheers, Bobby. He says, thanks for all your expletive work, dude. Yes. Thanks so much. Diebold Foundation explains the Nova theory. Oh, a bit technical for me. Serpent symbolism linked to the tribe of Dan. Oh, that's an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea. I'm so behind with these messages. Oh, yeah. So Urban Beats says the ancient Egyptian and pre-Egyptian New Zealand natives both have the same word for sun, Ra, and other words too. I didn't know that. Did you other guys know that? I didn't know that. That's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. Yeah. What do you think happened to all the ancient technology? Oh, it's been destroyed. It's been eroded. It's been obliterated. It's all gone. There's just nothing left. G'day, Vincent. Bakes 00 says, hi, Charles, love your work. What do you think about the apparent ruins on Mars and the structures found at Cydonia, Mars? I think maybe, but I can't say anymore. Hello, Bad Bug. Hello, Colocombia, England. Hello. Declares1 says, who were the red-headed mummies found around the world, including China? Well, as Brian Forster says, these were probably southern Russians. They came from the Black Sea area. That area sank. They had the Bible, the prototypes of what we know as the Bible stories today. Those amazing stories. Maybe Noah's Ark comes from them. I don't know. How many stars are in the sky? You make awesome videos. Thanks so much. Oh, where did that comment go? Thanks so much. Well, I guess the Eddington number calculated that, didn't it? The number of sand. But he stole that from Archimedes. I'm not sure. Cool. Okay, Jose says, do you believe that sometime in our ancient time before the Great Flood, some sort of magic existed, or that people maybe technical magic or something? I don't think like a fantasy book. What do you think? Maybe technical science magic. Any plans to do a video on Mount Kailash and the mystery surrounding it? I haven't heard of that. It sounds interesting. Hey, tell me more. Indeed, aquatic ape theory. Thank you so much, Doronius. Thanks for the appreciation. I appreciate you too, all of you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Do you know any Russian YouTube explorers? No, I don't. Yeah, lots of people in that part of the world, they have their own, they sort of have their own internet, you know, and their own groups and stuff. I'm not really in that. Hey, Georgia, Peach, Las Vegas. Hey. Deja vu, morning from UK. Yes, Urban Beats. Yeah, it is exciting. Yes, it is exciting. It's quite fun. I'm really happy this works, you know. Thank goodness for that. Oh, yeah. We could make this regular. Hey, if you like it. Angela Rain says, love your vids. So glad the pen is back. Oh, yeah. The pen is... Oh, you can't even see that. Okay, the pen. Okay, there we go. Level 9. Many respect from Russian fan. Thank you very much. Gerald Wagster. If you can't explain it, it seems like magic. Well, indeed. As does science. Recall all those 70s Doctor Who episodes, those brilliant episodes, and everything in there, which is magic, turns out to be science or computers or stuff. Hi, Paul from Newcastle. G'day. Mona KW. Hi, Charles. I'm in Florida. I love Egypt and Stone Age things like Göbekli Tepe. Awesome. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see where are we? Derek says, hey, this is cool. Yes. Level 90. We are watching you a lot and sharing info. Thanks so much. Cool. Thank you so much. Ancient history criticism. Mount Kailash is the most holy spot for Hindus, Jains, and Buddhists. Well, that's interesting. I assume there would be, in that case, I assume they're treating it like a type of pyramid. And there would probably be two streams with a fork in the streams nearby, showing that the creation is flooding out of that pyramid. It's a sort of creative force where the god lives, and it might be close to the coast as well. I'm not sure. You see that sometimes with these huge mounds treated as pyramids by ancient peoples. Who knows? It's like similar to mountain worship. So I'm guessing that's what's happening at Mount Kailash. There would be mounds on top of the based on the ideas from mountain worship, there would be mounds and temples on top of Mount Kailash as well, and ruins of those. But I haven't looked into that. Hey, garbled user, love it. Yes. Ed Upside Down Head says, the only cosplay I'm interested in. Cool. I saw a lot of those people walking around today dressed up. That's really taking off, actually. Duganova says, hello from Turkey. Keep up the good work, Charles. Let me know if you want to visit Istanbul or anywhere. Hey, thanks so much. Okay, Paul. Yeah. Okay, the messages keep scrolling. Hi, Marcel. Oh, g'day. Hi, Mr. Indiana. Ancient history criticism says they say when the snow melts on Mount Kailash, it will reveal the eye. What are they talking about? That's a bit strange, isn't it? That's a bit weird. Yeah, that's strange. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'll keep up the good work. Do you know about the redhead giants from the Chatham Islands off the coast of New Zealand? Never heard of it. That's an interesting one there. Yeah, that's interesting. Great dome. Oh, thank you very much. Declara says, would you consider doing meetups or presentations in Melbourne? Hey, maybe. Oh, yeah. Paul says, don't forget the thumbs up. Yep, don't forget. Oh, yeah. Daniel Whitaker, genetically shown, all Eurasian Neolithic hunter-gatherers had dark skin and blue eyes. They were replaced by the tall, red-headed, white-skinned people from Northern Asia. Yeah, pretty much. Even, yeah, they used to say in the old days, even in Australia, there used to be like a shorter race similar to the Bushmen, and they didn't survive, just as the Bushmen today in Africa are not surviving. They're being wiped out. So yeah, one people replaces another for sure. Do you have tunnels under Australia like Europe and India have? Probably not to that extent, but we do sure have tunnels from World War II you can walk around in. I used to do tours around Melbourne. I used to tell people this: there are tunnels under us. You can, they're like 7 feet tall, and you can walk around in them, and they're extremely mysterious. They really have a mysterious origin. And no one knows exactly where all the tunnels are, because now that they're digging a new subway, they're building 3 new underground stations in the city. And they're digging lots of trial holes just to see where all the tunnels are, because they actually don't know where they are. The plans are lost, destroyed. It's weird, Who do you think built the first civilization in Australia? I think there was definitely a a civilization of the world travelers, maybe the redheads, and they, around the Gympie Pyramid area, they definitely built a civilization there. And I think they were simply wiped out by a harsh climate. That's what happened. That's why. I mean, were we really the only humans to reach Australia 200 years ago, like that had this high technology? I don't think so. You know, maybe there were more people. They would have had Peruvian-like technology. They would have maybe had megalithic technology as well around the Gympie Pyramid area. Do you know the Greek alphabet is a poem about the sinking of Atlantis? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Wow. Yes, indeed. The ancient technology would have been obliterated, and there must be something left. Where is it? It's in the ancient legends. It's in the ancient stories. That's where you'll find it. It's nowhere else except for the Great Pyramid. The design of the Great Pyramid seems to betray some higher technology. Even if it was built in Khufu's time, which I'm not sure of, there is something higher going on, something back in time, you know. Could you do an episode on the Ellora caves? Sure, why not? Coral Castle, that's pretty old news. The Eye of Sauron. Yeah, the Eye of Sauron. Oh dear, it's gone all the way. Comments. Let me buy tea, please. Oh, cheers. Thanks, Roadrunner. Angela Rain says, psyched for Graham Hancock's book on North America coming out in a couple of weeks. Care to make any predictions or share any thoughts on America pre-cataclysm? Yeah. So here's the thing about America. America is called the New World for a reason. Every civilization that's ever been there keeps getting wiped out. And if you look at the weather that's happening in America, maybe it's no coincidence. You guys have these typhoons and all these hurricanes and these tornadoes. You guys have really wild weather over there, I have to say, compared to, say, the old world, bucolic Europe with its rolling hills and sometimes more pleasant weather, or less random weather. I'm not sure. You guys have pleasant weather as well. They say Genghis Khan had blue eyes too. Hey, maybe everyone had blue eyes. Hey, any thoughts on the grid lines in the forests of Siberia and Canada? I haven't heard of those, but I'm guessing they would be ancient roads from some lost super civilization. I mean, what else would they be? Humans build roads. Are humans 5,000 years old, or are we millions of years old? We're millions of years old. There must have been more humans. It's as simple as that. Hancock's book is great. I have it. Oh, cool. Thanks, Mr. Cat. Michael Acosta, why is Gympie, Queensland always coming up with Egyptian finds? And is it true about the freeway getting built through the path of a potential pyramid? I'm not sure. That's pretty old information from 2010. I don't know what's happening here, but the thing is that pyramid is basically gone anyway. I think there's not much left of it, but I don't want to say too much because there's I don't want to be giving out the wrong information. But to my knowledge, I think that pyramid has been destroyed. It's been pretty much obliterated, and there's not much left there to see. Who knows? Ron Mays says, is mainstream archaeology ever going to come around? Acknowledge giants, antediluvian civilization. Hey, I hope so. But in the academic world, you need to change someone's opinion. Evidence is not enough. You need overwhelming evidence, and then everyone shuts up. And that's the only way to change opinion in the academic world. Yeah. Was Doggerland a source of Atlantis survivors? Yeah. I think maybe Doggerland was part of Atlantis, and the survivors they landed in Holland. They were very tall people living there. And the other thing is that the presence of a separate island in the Atlantic is kind of might be essential to explain why there are blonde people, why these people why these people aren't brunettes. It's because they've been separated by a physical barrier, and that physical barrier could be basically they were on a different island in the past. Dr. Charles Coss, are you familiar with the work of Robert Shepard? That's where all these redhead comments are coming from. Worth a look. I've seen a few of his videos. He's pretty anthropological, though. Pretty anthropological. It's not really my cup of tea, the anthropology, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, for sure. Very bit of a successor to Thor Heyerdahl, I suppose. Lowlands Pete, there are no megalithic buildings in Australia. Why? Well, only there are. There is. There were. There is a church in Gympie, Queensland, and what's happened is that they've stripped the megalithic stones off the pyramid, and they've put the stones around a church in Gympie, and they do look like megalithic stones. There's a video on YouTube, not my channel, someone else's channel. In addition, there were stone circles. There are stone circles in Victoria, lots of them. There are around Sunbury, north of Melbourne. There are many hills, and there are rings carved like the rings you find in UK, carved into the ground, which are 10,000 years old. So we do have the kind of megalithic structures, but not what you're talking about, I suppose, which is those megalithic blocks. We kind of have them around around Gympie, but they're not the same quality as the ones in Peru. Agreed, Robert Shepard, Atlantean Gardens channel. I haven't heard of Adam's calendar in South Africa. The mustache does not lie. Okay. Okay, Mimi says, do you think there is a connection between Göbekli Tepe, the flood story, and the Ararat anomaly? Do you think the Ararat anomaly is an ancient structure? I haven't heard of it. Oh, do you mean that boat on top of Ararat, which looks like a ship? Is that what you're talking about? Because that I think I would go with Ian Plimer on that one. So he was sued by that. He sued that man who was pushing that back in the 90s. He was actually a professor of mine, Ian Plimer, and in geology, and he lost his house. Yeah, he lost his house because the other guy said, "Hey, free speech. I'm allowed to say this is the this supposed rock on Mount Ararat is a boat." And Ian Plimer was like, "No, I'm standing up for science. The science." Atlantis is Numenor. That sounds like a J.R. Tolkien word, doesn't it? Oh yeah, lots of comments. Oh dear, so many comments. I'll be taking off in a few minutes. Emerald Tablets says Thoth, he made the Great Pyramid. You see that whole thing, the creator gods giving the alphabet, contributing the knowledge to make a pyramid, that is knowledge of a past civilization, which was high technology. Just something as simple as that, Hello, the Printer Paddy from Ireland. Hello. Are you in Dublin? Ancient History Criticism says, and they could not return to Atlantis because of a shoal of mud in the way. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's UK. Who knows what that refers to? Andy Oxide says, dude, the evidence for Atlantis is sketchy at best. It's briefly mentioned in Plato's Republic. That's it. True. That's very true. But we're fascinated. We're fascinated for a reason. We're fascinated for a reason there. I think, Andy. Scanopia says, hi, Charles. What are UFOs? Could the Roswell Greys be intraterrestrial humans woken up by nuke tests? Maybe. Hey, see my UFO video, my recent one, and I talk about it as a manifestation of the magnetic field at nighttime, which has a comet-like effect. It's being pushed away from the sun, explaining why both the hauntings and the UFOs tend to happen at nighttime, and the abductions at least, and around certain hours. Lowlands Pete, g'day. Okay, Monaco says, so you don't believe that the pyramids were slowly developed over time, starting with mastabas, then the step pyramid, the crooked pyramid, etc., till the Great Pyramid? Honestly, there is a lot of evidence for that sequence in archaeology books. There is actually a huge amount of evidence for that. So I actually do not have an opinion. I don't have an opinion because on the one hand, it looks like there is evidence for the archaeological view. On the other hand, there is a heap of evidence that the Great Pyramid, even if it was built by the Khufu people, incorporates much older knowledge harkening back to a high-tech period. So because of that, it's confused the issue so much. There are too many variables involved that it's actually impossible to say. And I don't want to say the wrong. I want to say the truth. I don't want to say something that's wrong. How old were you when you started to lose my hair? I think I was about 22, actually. I was in the chemistry building, and I looked in the mirror, and it didn't quite look right. Very nervous to show us the pen. Simple Man says Adam's calendar is a bunch of BS by Michael. Maybe it is. Nancy Volker says, no, you can't leave. I just got here. Hi, Nancy. You're always on my videos. Yes. Sorry if I miss anyone's comments. I'm just trying, because there's a lot of comments. Daniel Whitaker, stone biface hand axe caches. They're found worldwide and appear to have been part of a ceremony around migration. Oh, you've done quite a lot of work into those. So you're talking about those things that the Olmecs had that are found, and that they're also found in Europe, and they also became a symbol of money because the talents were poured. The talents of gold and silver and orichalcum were poured into this biface hand axe sort of thing. So it meant there was value. This is something that has value. But who knows the origin? Who knows? Let's see the earliest ones. I'd love to. The legendary Penny. Have you seen that? Not much about Ez Rock on YouTube. Another one coming up because I got a lot of footage from 2017 actually. What inconsistency or subject made you take the leap? Okay. So what happened was I was in the university library back when I was at uni, early 2000s, and I saw this shelf full of books, the Mahabharata, Indian texts, but the complete version. And I pulled out one, volume 2. I started reading. It starts talking about spaceships. It starts talking about interplanetary travel. It starts talking about weird weapons, which sound like missiles, anti-missile missiles, all this kind of stuff, explosions in the sky. This has to come from somewhere. And with the Mahabharata, unlike the Bible, they've preserved the whole lot. It's a shelf of books. Whereas with the Bible, they've cut out stuff as they've added stuff to make it carryable. You can carry it around. So unfortunately, the Bible's lost a lot of stuff, but it's still got high-tech stuff like the Ark of the Covenant. Oh, yeah. Hello from South Africa. Hello, Denver. Simple Man says, same, don't leave. Urban Beats, how the mansion, lol. So, yeah, the mansion's on the other side of Melbourne. That was a Toastmasters function that was there. It's an Airbnb. It's not my place. No. The Greedy Man, the Greedy Vegan says, good morning from Northern Ireland. Good morning, Belfast or Derry. JJKK, okay, you asked me that question a few times. Okay, JJKK says, Italy is better than the UK, all right. I haven't been to Italy, unfortunately, but you guys do have a lot of awesome stuff for sure. Oh, yeah, let's see. Hello from New York City, Dr. Charles. Hello, Ryan. Sounds like somebody read the Vedas. Yeah, they're quite interesting. Simple Man says, why change from chemistry? I was going to get a job as a chemist, and the guy said, would you be happy carrying around arsenic? And I'm like, let me think about that for a while. And then I just decided to go back to uni, did an arts degree, the classics, the archaeology and all that, and the history. Because why not? It's fun. Why not do fun stuff? You ever surf in Oz? Actually, I'm not very good at swimming. What difference does any of this make? Indeed, what difference does any of this make? Indeed. Yeah, thanks. I have a big library. There's some books over there. Yeah, some books and notes and research. DTM Toastmaster here, 45 years. That's where I'm going to now. I'm going to a District 73. We're actually the top club in District 73, which is Victoria, South Australia, Tasmania. So I'm going to that now. It's like a dinner or something. So Julianne says, Charles, where are you with mud floods and the 200-foot giants? Are you on board? I'm on board with the mud floods, but the 200-foot giants, you might be stretching it a bit there. I'm sorry, that's a little bit too far. Indeed, with early Melbourne, I looked up the newspapers, and there are floods of mud, And the other thing is the mud flood buildings. Okay, they always show the buildings that are present, that have been mud flooded. Here's the thing. It's not that's the evidence. The evidence is all the buildings that have been wiped out after certain periods, such as the 1840s. Those buildings do not exist in Melbourne for some reason. I think they've been wiped out by something. Maybe mud flood, maybe. Nancy says, planning a trip to Egypt. Not really. It's a bit scary over there, actually, isn't it? Simple man, nice. That's what I want to do. I've got a science degree at the moment. Good on you. Good on you. Yeah, yeah. Like, I know it's hard. It's hard if you're in USA to get a degree. Like over here, it's easy. You know, if you want a degree, maybe consider shifting. You know, maybe. I'm glad it's not District 9. Have a nice night. Okay. All right. Ed Upside Down Head. Dr. Charles Cutts. This is really cool. Love your work, dude. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Ed. Mud Fossil University has some far out theories. You should check the channel out. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Was Little John a giant or a large man? We don't know. We don't know. Ooh. Little John is even sketchier than Robin Hood, but he's from somewhere in the north, northern England. Chicken or the egg? Not sure, not sure. Simple Man says, best live stream. Thank you so much. Brian Forster has been live streaming from Egypt last few days. Hey, maybe you saw my last video, which was Larry's, based on Larry's photos, who is also in Egypt. Hey, maybe they're talking now to each other. Who knows? Who knows? Hi, Korea. Oh, Korea is here. Yes. Hi, Korea. Yes. Mwah, mwah. Must be cool to be mentioned by ancient architects. Great content. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, ancient architects. He's okay. He's okay. Explain the redhead theory. Yeah. The monarchs of Peru and everywhere, when the Spanish arrived, were red-headed and made mummies and had Egyptian-like words and phrases and gods and concepts and built pyramids, basically. Jay Smith says, hi, Dr. Charles. I'm a big fan of your work and your channel. Keep up the great work and enthusiasm. Good to see you happy and healthy. And I hope the same for you. Yes, absolutely. Have to go to bed. Love you guys. All right, cheers, cheers. Charles was around before Ancient Architects. Actually, yes, Ancient Architects is heavily inspired by my channel. I have to say, heavily inspired. What was on Oak Island, Nova Scotia? Oh, I wish I knew. Damn, that's the best mystery of all time. That's an unbelievable mystery, that one. That's an unbelievable mystery. They modified the island itself. The island itself in order to hide this treasure, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Who would do something like that? I mean, and they don't just do that in Europe. If they were Europeans, they went to the other side of the world where they don't have any resources to do that. Maybe Oak Island has something to do with the miners who mined all those millions of tons of copper out of Lake Superior, which I think was maybe King Solomon's mines. Maybe they built it, and Oak Island is a lot older than we imagine. We imagine it's Templars, but honestly, the Templars, could the Templars have done everything? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, guys, it's been really a real pleasure. I really have to. I have to get going right now. I'm going to be late. I'm actually going to be late. Cheers, guys. I've really enjoyed talking this. We'll do this again. Okay, I'll do it at a different time of day. It'll just be random. Okay, cheers, guys. Have a great time, and I'm going to end stream right now. So cheerio, guys. The dinner can wait. Yes, sorry. I promise. Cheers, guys, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it very much. Sorry, gotta go. Cheers, guys.